Friar here. Let's see what our gold cards can do. Perfect. Perfect, just like we drew it up. That's true. I don't have to drive to work in the morning. I do need to be awake though. I'm still starting at 9 a.m. I start at 9 on Mondays and Fridays still. So I have to be back in 11 hours. We'll be live again. Rude. And even with that dying, we still have just like an absurd curve here, right? Like they killed our thing and we had to just like curve Sculler into Anafenza here. Definitely want to take the Kolaghan's command here because I don't want them to kill this plus make me discard a card. So try and minimize 2-for-1s. I am happy to play most things people will send me money to play. Oh gosh, are they going to escalate this? They did not. Sweet. You guys want to play Anafenza out here? I know they have Terminate in hand, so maybe this is loose. The King of Holdlandia, Aunt Mapamonte, is on his way to Jeff so he can bring a sleeping bag and it's going to be a good night. I actually have, we actually have 2 extra beds in my guest room right now because Christy and I got the new Lisa that we've been sleeping on. Like, we don't have a way to take Terminate out of their hand, chat. So, like, they're gonna get to Terminate something. We can't blank the Terminate. So the Terminate's going to happen and that's okay. Yeah, and I can rebuy her with the Kolaghan's command. What's your opinion on Bant Spirits with the new Lord? I mean, I doubt it makes the deck worse. I think every time we've played Spirits on stream in the past, my feedback has always been this deck needs more 2-drops. So putting more 2-drops in the deck seems very good. Now we're getting Mardu Pyromancer, right? And now I want them to terminate this, so that way next turn I can Kolaghan's command, pick my 4/4 back up, and they won't have removal for it. I answered you already, Dilly Bane. Yeah, it seems sweet. That's probably something I'd be willing to play. So they terminated my thing here, so I'm just going to go ahead. I think I actually just want multiple Anafenzas here. I think having multiple Anafenzas is actually just fine, because like 4/4 kills them very quickly. So they have no cards, which means they're going to draw Bedlam Reveler here. Yeah, Pillar is basically only played in this deck. There aren't any other like heavy multicolor decks in Modern. I'm going to hold on to this for now. Holding on to this allows me to insulate my draw step against a Kolaghan's command. Yeah, for the record, I knew Anafenza was legendary when I picked the second one back up. The thing about her is that she's so powerful that if she stays in play, I'm going to be winning the game. So basically, I'm okay if they kill or take the other one. I'm like, the way it ended up working out, it actually worked out very well for us, right? Then we get to see the very powerful Anafenza Mantis Rider synergy here this turn. You could argue that we are playing a combo deck. Yeah, Grins, they basically post any deck list that SCG posts. For people that are wondering, in this card's massive text box says, when she attacks, you get to put a 1/1 counter on another tapped creature you control. And this one doesn't tap. Lingering Souls, that's rude. That's basically a creature. Why did it go to their graveyard? I don't understand, chat. Why did it go to their graveyard? So, it is technically correct to play this Voice of Resurgence post-combat, but you're not considering the fact that I would like to press my auto-pass hotkey. Actually, it's correct to play it pre-combat, isn't it? Because this way, if they chump with a spirit token, they can't Fatal Push without giving me an elemental. It's actually optimal to just play the voice pre-combat because of Fatal Push. Gosh, I'm so smart and thin. Gosh, we're so good at this. We're so good at this. Look how good we are, chat. We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. I got souls, man. I got all these souls. Yeah, just what a tough game of Magic, chat. Anybody else? I got a tap for the right color too. Come on, Moto. Would like to say thank you. That Blue-Red League made me need to test this deck now, and now I have a reason to bust out the Rush Side Mana Leaks. Awesome. Easy game, easy life. There's 4 Helixes in this deck. This deck is... I like how this deck is built. It is sweet. Holy... This card's kind of absurd here, huh? This card's like the nut, isn't it? I think... Is it nuts to board out Mana Dorks? I think I want to cut the 3 Nobles. How do we feel about this board plan? I like the idea of Finks. Finks is grindy. What do we think about this board plan? Bedawoo with the brand new Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine. That's true. Pridemage does make Moon worse against us. Okay, I like that. It's just like an okay beater too. I think I like this. Maybe trim a touch of top end. All these cards are pretty good though. Cut the Geist. I kind of like the Geist. I guess it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave the last dork in. Yeah, let's do this. I actually, thinking about this format, I kind of wish there were more Dryad Militants in the main deck of this deck. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Mana Confluence, City of Brass. Let's go, chat. We're dead, and our opponent's not even going to have to do anything. You ready for how dead we're about to be? You ready for how dead we're about to be? We only make 20 mana and we're dead. It's gonna be the easiest game you've ever played, opponent. Oh, yeah. So, I'm gonna play Voice of Resurgence here, because it, like, generates 2-for-1s. There's an argument for playing the other Dryad Militant, but, oh, geez, they have nothing? They have nothing? This is about to be Fetch Swamp Blood Moon, right? Has to be Fetch Swamp Blood Moon, right? That's the only reason they would keep do nothing here. Cast Faithless Looting. Anger. Okay, that makes sense too. Anger makes sense too. Alright, I think we're just gonna beep beep here. No, I was expecting them to have removal spell there. Anger should have gotten exiled. Anger doesn't kill creatures. State-based actions kill creatures. It is correct that Anger of the Gods is exiled there. When Anger of the Gods would go to the graveyard, Dryad Militant is still in play. I'm feeling pretty good here, chat. I think I want to go Noble. That doesn't cast Noble. Yeah, I think I want to go double Exalted here, right? I think I want to like go double Exalted, crack them with a 5-ball, and like get to Rhino them next turn. Yes, Wrath of God or Supreme Verdict would go to the discard pile there. Yeah, it's actually exactly lethal if they have nothing. Watcher upon the threshold with that brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I really appreciate that. Thanks for that support. Thanks for help keeping me here. Thanks for putting your fun money towards my channel this month. This is like super getting bolted, right? Oh, jeez. Let's do this pre-combat to encourage them to bolt before I attack. How do I determine the order of the decks that I play in the queue? This right here explains how my donation queue system works, so feel free to take a peek at that. They 110% have a removal spell here, right? Like, it's not close. I should play this other Mantis Rider and attack with both. I feel pretty confident that I'm supposed to play this other Mantis Rider and attack with both, right? Yeah, they discarded Dreadbore. Yeah, they discarded Dreadbore. I guess if I play the Rhino, I would get to attack with the Trampler next turn. But this feels like a pretty obvious removal spell, right? Like we're getting terminated or something here. I have a Qasali Pridemage I don't even need to dodge Blood Moon. They need removal plus Blood Moon. And then like they're still dead to this Tealing 5 in the air. We're hitting them from a couple of angles right now. Flashback looting. Bedlam, deal. We didn't attack for 5 plus Rhino because our opponent telegraphed they had a removal spell by discarding Dreadbore, which meant that I got in more damage by attacking with 2 Mantis Riders. Are you dead or do you have a bolt? They have a bolt, okay. We could finish this game out with Reach still. It's getting a little bit out of control, but we could close with Reach still. And this thing attacks for 6 with Trample, which is great. Yeah, we have 4 Helix and we have 3 Siege Rhinos. Yeah, Zach, I was only going to do 2 leagues, but good guy Anoronics put up a bunch of bits to do another. Belligerent Mards with the absurd bits this evening as well. Yep, that's fine. We have 6 cards that are lethal here, right? Like two Kettles. Mantis Rider is very likely lethal as well. Oh, we have Kolaghan's command in our deck too. We have 3 commands as well. God, we have so many lethal draws. That was not one of them. Am I supposed to attack with this? I feel like I am, right? I boarded out Crackling Doom. If they want to kill this, they have to give me the Bedlam or a Pyromancer here. I think I'm supposed to do this. We can also Cascade into a win. God, our deck is really live right now. Yeah, they need to kill the cattle there. Like, it has trample. Like, it's really big and scary. I can see why this deck won a thing, Anoronics. It seems really well put together. I love a lot of these details that it has going on. Yeah, they do actually have to start attacking. Oh, that's brutal. All right, let's hit one of our live ones here. Smoke if you got him, chat. Smoke if you got him. Aye! Yippee-ki-yay! Get him! Get him! Arr! Arr! While we're waiting for the second match in this league to pop, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out. We've got over 1,300 people here. It's awesome on a Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on where you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason that I'm able to be here full-time. They directly support my content. If you're one of the many people in the world who has Amazon Prime out there, consider linking your Amazon account to your Twitch account. That gets you Twitch Prime included with that for free. And Twitch Prime gives you a free channel subscription every single month here on Twitch to a channel of your choice at no extra cost to yourself if you already have that Amazon Prime. Past that, you can also support my stuff by supporting some of my very wonderful sponsors. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards or cash direct with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags there. CoolStuffInc.com. Biden sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anoronics, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. Make sure you hit the follow button at the very least if you are enjoying this stuff. Your stream tonight is so much more high energy than most of the last week. Yes, it has been. You can still hear me sniffling a little bit. I've been sick for most of the week. I've been sick for a good portion of the week. In fact, I changed my schedule so I could start going to the gym in the morning. And Tuesday morning, I ended up not even going to the gym because I was so sick. December, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime. I do appreciate it. The only reason I was able to stream it all this week was the miracle that is NyQuil. That's true. I am a little bit pumped from playing the sweet blue-red Delver deck. That deck is kind of awesome. Mutavault, Hallowed Fountain. Some Spirit action. Okay, some Spirit action. Good, good. Mantis Rider is probably pretty okay in this matchup. Voice of Resurgence is probably absurd. Like, nice Spell Queller. Dayquil. Yeah, whichever one that doesn't make you drowsy. I probably said NyQuil. Definitely meant Dayquil. When will I be competing in an SCG event? I am planning to attend the SCG event at the end of the month in Indianapolis. It's 2 weekends from now. It's really unfortunate we didn't hit our third land here. If we'd have hit our third land on curve here, our deck just would have gone insane. What do I even want to take here? Do I take the Resto? The Resto is kind of annoying, right? I think I'm going to take the Resto. Yeah, I want them to path us really badly. What other decks were played tonight? We played black-white tokens and blue-red Delver Fairies. And as always, if you're new to my channel, you want to be sure to check out my YouTube stuff. 100% of my archives get posted on YouTube, and because I don't steal music while I stream, you get the full audio quality on there. And I break them up by decks. You can watch just the matches that you care about. They didn't Queller because I had a Voice of Resurgence in play. right, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my Mantis Rider on here. I am very happy I put basic planes in my deck right now. I think I'm okay trading this for Mutavault, right? I don't trade it for Mutavault. I trade it for Selfless Spirit. They block and sack, so I don't want to make that trade. They drew Rattle Chains, and we knew that they drew a Rattle Chains here because they chose not to play the Wraith Revile last turn. So little bits of information that we get that are kind of like context clues, like what our opponent could have possibly drawn. Land. That's sad. Do I lean on Tidehollow Sculler or Birds of Paradise here? I feel like I start by attacking and see what they do. I think there's a non-zero chance they flash in Spell Queller and then sacrifice Selfless Spirit to eat my Mantis Rider. And then I get to play both Sculler and Birds of Paradise without issue this turn. They're chump blocking. Oh, okay, sure. This still seems fine for me. That seems like it worked out pretty reasonably for me. Let's take their Spell Queller away. They have Vial plus Geist. Mana Confluence really coming at a cost this game. If we lose, it's probably going to be pretty related to that. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough to put together here. Yeah, I'm just not going to show them more cards out of my deck. They definitely don't know everything we're doing. Abrupt Decay seems great. Is Fiery Justice too slow? Fiery Justice is probably too slow, right? I feel like I definitely want these. If you look at the people that Unsleeved Media mostly makes videos about, I'm pretty confident in saying that, like, he's probably jealous of people that actually make their living playing Magic. Tiny, frustrated, jealous people like to make things like that. I can't imagine being so sad that all I had to do was just, like, make hateful videos about other people. I feel like Fiery Justice is probably pretty good. Is it worth cutting the Siege Rhino? This seems kind of slow and clunky, right? I probably want to drag my curve down. Being able to drain them, like having Lightning Helix attached to a thing seems valuable, though. I could see that going either way. I could definitely see that going either way. Hi, Waifu.
Hi, dummy. Why did you do this?
Declan did that. I should show that to the stream. They'll find it funny. Oh.
Just show this side. This side.
They can't see him. Declan took his library cards and his brother's library card and put them all in top loaders. Yeah, I think this is fine. I don't think I want too much sorcery speed removal. I think too much sorcery speed removal is probably pretty bad against their deck. This hand's a little bit slow, but I think it's fine. I can cast Anafenza, right? I can't cast Crackling Doom yet, but most of the lands in our deck do.
We found a bunch of old deck boxes, too, and he loves putting stuff in the deck box.
What's the best Glittering Wish deck in the format? Just Kai Ascendancy combo?
Cut me off. It's fine, though. Is it my turn?
Is it your turn? This casts multicolored spells, right? Someone has purchased a Lisa.
What?
Look at that. You said I couldn't sell.
No.
You said I couldn't sell a mattress.
That's a lie.
Look at that. That only pops up when somebody buys a mattress. I hope you enjoy your Lisa mattress, whoever it was out there that just used it.
That didn't happen.
She didn't think I could sell a mattress, chat. The mattresses are great, by the way. We sleep on ours every night.
Yeah, until I leave because you snore. You actually haven't... Like, that's a good testament. I have either you don't snore on the new mattress or I can sleep through your snoring on the new mattress.
That's a good... She used to hit me consistently because I snored. It was a tough relationship. But she doesn't have to hit me while I sleep anymore because the mattress is awesome.
I'm not sure if I'm sleeping better on it and your snoring just doesn't bother me, or if you stop snoring. I can't imagine a mattress would make you stop snoring.
It's one of...
It has to just be making me more comfortable.
It's one of the two. Either she's more comfortable or it helped my snoring. Either way, it can only be good things.
Medium? Come on. Come on. He's like a large.
Anafenza into Bloodbraid Elf is kind of an absurd curve here. This baby can fit so much good sleep. All right. So we get to attack for 8 here. What a good card to sideboard in. Who thought that was a good idea? Hogland, boarding in crappy cards here. Oh, they don't have a Path to Exile either. That's so, what is in their hand?
See, but if you have sleep apnea, don't you have to wear one of those masks that are loud? That would keep me up too.
Oh, they just messed.
You'd have to get your own room. We couldn't share a room anymore.
They messed up bad there. So my opponent timed the timing of their Path to Exile wrong here. Because if they would have timed it better, they wouldn't have gotten a 1/1 counter on here. Peppermints, LOL, with the brand new Twitch Prime Sport. Thank you very much and welcome. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. I think they have a Selfless Spirit here, and that's why they tapped a land and then untapped it there. Let's spot check.
When did he get less fat, Matt?
She's so mean to me. Drog Skull Captain. Well, that's pretty good for us. We're about to pick them apart here. I think it's not mana efficient, but I'm pretty confident I want to just Helix this while their shields are down and it's guaranteed to work. Like, playing Bloodbraid Elf is a little bit more aggressive, but guaranteed taking their Lord off the table I think is more valuable overall.
We met years ago and we started dating 8 years ago?
9 years ago, something like that.
8 years ago. Because we met on your 16th birthday.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Just before my 19th birthday.
A month before your 19th birthday. And we've got married 5.5 years ago? 6 years ago? I can't do math. Help me. 5 years ago. I can do math.
All right, spin it.
Jake plus 1.
Jake plus 1.
5.5 years ago.
Yeah, this is pretty much a free roll, right? Just like send 1 here and then 4 up there. Deadpool with the 100 biddy donation. I guess you could say it's getting pretty serious. I think I'm actually supposed to do 1 extra here because if they drew Supreme Phantom, I want to kill this. And they could play Supreme Phantom at instant speed because of Rattlechain's text box. Oh, I'm dumb. I know they didn't draw Supreme Phantom because they played Moorland Haunt. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. I knew what they drew. Their hand is Flooded Strand, Idleland right now. So they should be 1 lower. The real Juicy John, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime and welcome. I appreciate the support. So if they were 1 lower, they'd be dead to this Crackling Bolt, which might be lethal here. Because they actually can make enough blockers to not die this turn.
Can we sit down now?
No, I like standing. I sat for the entire last league, sorry.
Ugh.
I know, it's tough. It's tough.
I hate not sitting on the couch.
I hate not sitting on the couch. How American of you. This deck doesn't play Spell Queller because we're playing a tap-out aggressive deck. We're not playing a deck that's like responding with things. Rattle Chains.
At least you're sharing the comfy mat with me today.
And the comfy mat is nice. If anybody out there does invest in a standing desk, would 10 out of 10 highly recommend the anti-fatigue mat. Worth every penny.
Chat says I can sit on your shoulders like Declan.
All right, so they're not... Oh, they are dead here, right? Yeah, they're dead. I really appreciate you uploading your content to YouTube. I have it in the background a lot. Wanted to throw your Prime my way to say thanks. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping me make the content here, keeping me around. I don't believe so, CZE, but all the details should be on their site. Why don't I play music on my streams? Are you baiting a bingo space? I can tell when people are baiting a bingo space. And
because of Google Karaoke.
If you bait a bingo space, it's like baiting two because there's a baiting a bingo space. This deck wants
like
Aether Vial.
Deception.
I don't know that it really needs Aether Vial. First time we've drawn Reflecting Pool. This hand's a little bit awkward with the lands, but Double Voice is pretty good, although it's less good against Aether Vial. Perfect. City of Brass makes our Reflecting Pool much, much better. Wait, there's Bingo? Of course there's Bingo. Yeah, this Reflecting Pool is kind of beautiful. The art on Magic is so fantastic.
Somebody do exclamation point bingo for all the people asking.
They did. I understand why Amazon doesn't have the Prime subs renew automatically.
You could get around it by setting a calendar.
Calendar reminders are good, yeah. The reason why
I use Google Keep.
The reason why they don't have the Prime sub renew automatically is because they don't want people going out to all of their friends and family who don't actually watch Twitch and being like, hey, come give me your Prime sub and set it to renew, right? They want to try and make sure that only people that are watching content regularly are like using that free sub. I think we're kind of dead here, chat. I'm feeling pretty far behind. What are my favorite snacks? I eat a lot of different stuff. Like, I've got a bunch of different trail mixes and, like, salted nuts and stuff like that behind my desk. Does my wife play Magic? No, not really. She knows the rules of the game, but doesn't really. I don't know. Why don't you?
Because I can't.
Christy's more of a casual gamer, and Magic's a really expensive game to play casually.
It's not even as expensive. I feel like maybe not for standard, but for the other formats, anybody who's been playing longer has an inherent advantage over somebody who has not been playing, because you know what cards exist and you could anticipate this is a card that could possibly be in this deck. I'd be like, I don't freaking know.
Can a streamer sub to themselves? You're technically automatically sub to yourself as a streamer. You have your own emotes and stuff like that. Yeah, we're just like dead to anything here. Any good 3-drop here is just like super dead. Yeah. Good games, opponent. So a little bit too far behind there.
It's not even like the cards themselves being overwhelming. It's just the sheer fact that if I were to play against Jeff, he knows, oh, you're playing swamp cards. You could have this, 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 and this. And he could be playing anything. And, like, maybe there's a lightning bolt, but he's not playing red cards.
Kind of Peppermint. The ceiling on that skill depth is definitely higher, I think, in Magic than in some other games. Just because of, like, the vast quantity of cards that are legal. Yeah, like, that last game was actually a good example. My opponent went Hallowed Fountain Mutavault, and I was like, oh, they're probably playing Spirits. Like that, those little things add up to a lot of percentage points over a while.
I'd be like, ooh, that one's pretty.
Can you Amazon Prime sub to yourself? I mean, technically I could make a second account and do it, yeah. But I give my Amazon Prime sub out to other people that I watch.
That's my Amazon Prime sub.
Listen. We could doom them onto. Hopefully they're playing Bogles.
Why are you doing that?
Because hopefully they're playing Bogles. Commander is such a weird format to me. Because I feel like, and I've talked about this on stream before, I feel like if I was going to play Commander, it would have to be with, like, pre-made decks that people have, like, determined are balanced against each other.
Let's be cool.
You want to wear sunglasses inside?
Yeah.
Has the cool factor of the stream been increased to your chat? Do you feel more pulled in?
Because we're wicked awesome. We're wicked awesome. What are the kids calling it these days?
Cool factor plus 200%. We look dope. There you go. That sounds dope. Like a word the kids are using. And we dope swag.
The stream is lit. No, chat's moving too fast. I can't read it anymore. Stop.
Oh, there's a sunglasses cat emote.
Stop it. I can't read it. It's moving too quickly.
We're on fleek, honey.
I can't do it. I don't. How do I keep up with that? It's just.
Welcome to my life. You look like a gang of Squirtles. We did get a bunch of sunglass Squirtles.
I'm a shiny one, right?
100 bits for being hip. Also, put these towards the deck of your choice. Thank you very much, Interdrove.
Can I be a shiny Squirtle?
All right, chat. So, do we play Gemstone Mine, conserving our health total, but losing a counter off it? Do we play City of Brass, cast Voice of Resurgence, conserving counters for Gemstone Mine in the future? Or do I play City of Brass, cast Voice off of this plus this and not get a point of damage in? Take them off. Anoronics gave us $10.
What's a dab?
Anoronics gave us $10. Take them off.
What's a dab?
You don't know what a dab is? Dorox, thank you for the 2-month subscription. I appreciate it.
You're no fun, Anoronics.
Thank you and welcome back.
I think we should get hats.
I think our hand is aggressive enough here that I'm supposed to take a damage, conserve a counter on this, and get in a point here.
I feel like that's something I shouldn't Google.
Dabbing is clean. You can Google a dab. It'll be fine. You don't even have to clear search history after.
That validated me. I like being validated.
Let's get show you a dab. That's true. Do we have a dab command? I feel like we do. Yeah, we do. That's a dab.
You sniff your armpit?
No, you go back and forth.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, the kids made it up. Do the kids seem like they're into making good decisions?
Kids are idiots.
I knew we had a dabbing command.
Can we get matching stream hats?
Matching stream hats. We could do that.
They could be on theme. What are we playing right now? What are we playing?
What are we playing against?
We get miners hats.
Miners hats. Are they playing Mardu Burn? Not quite sure what they're doing. The fact that they fetch shocked again here makes me really happy that I was aggressive with the Noble Hierarch. They need something like Lightning Helix here to not get pretty far behind pretty quickly. Especially with this Bloodbraid Elf coming down next turn. If this Bloodbraid Elf hits something good. There's something in my keyboard, honey.
Aww, maybe you shouldn't be such a slob.
You're not wrong. Didn't even get it out.
I'm sure it's just dust. That's how life works. I put the poop emoji hats on the list.
All right, what do you got here?
I have a list of things that we can vote on.
Looks like just Mardu Burn. Oh yeah, chat. Smoke if you got him.
Stop that.
Yeah. What? You can't say smoke if you got him?
You're encouraging people to do things maybe they wouldn't otherwise do.
If they have them, they're smoking anyways. I'm not saying go out and buy cigarettes. I'm saying if you've got your smokes, now's a good time to light them up. Let's not do that, Immortal.
I would just like to say that if you are a smoker, you should stop.
I don't smoke, I just dab.
Yeah, this dabbing thing seems stupid.
Is this Doom lethal through a block? Potentially. They're going down to 6 here, too. Like, they probably can't kill us from 14, right? Famous last words?
I mean, you do you if you want to smoke, but you're really only hurting yourself and the people you smoke around.
What's our score in this league? We are 1-1. I turned 30 today, though watching this stream makes me feel less old. Add this to Big Naya. Thank you, Nilla. Happy birthday, by the way.
Look, a person can only have one birthday. The rest of them are anniversaries.
You are technically correct. All right,
There's one way of looking at it.
This is one short of lethal, so let's windmill the Bloodbraid Elf, I think, here. Because she could potentially be lethal depending on what she finds.
I just think cigarettes are silly.
That's lethal, right? You discard, shock you, and then we attack for exactly 9. Yeah, sweet. It's good clean living here. Good clean living, chat. Played our City of Brass on 2 against the burn deck. Used it every turn, no big deal. Getcha.
You're still born even if you're born via C-section. There's nothing wrong with cesarean sections.
I feel like I'm supposed to just drag
Except they sound incredibly painful.
They sound incredibly... I think we're supposed to drag the curve down here, right? Crackling Doom and Kolaghan's Command sound a little bit too slow on average, I think. Maybe favor leaving in 1 Doom. It's removal day. I don't think I want Qasali Pridemage or any of these other cards. I think I just want the Dryad Militant to bring my curve down and then Kitchen Finks to gain some health. I think Geist is fine. I think, like, Boros Charm with Suspend 1 is fine in this matchup.
I don't think that's actually a thing.
Well, this hand's absurd. This casts creatures, right? Yeah. Fiery Justice is for Death Shadow, as well as decks that put swarms of creatures into play, like humans and goblins and stuff like that. Elves. This is a 5-color aggressive creature deck. We have all 5 colors hanging out here. I don't expect Blood Moon out of the opponent. There's a non-zero chance they have Bridge in their deck, but I think hedging against Bridge game 1 is kind of silly. So if they tap out this turn, I'm probably going to Lightning Helix their Swift Spear, assuming the bird lives, of course.
I won't play today, but I will play another time.
Will you play Overwatch with us? We have played Overwatch in the past, actually.
They weren't asking you. They were asking me.
Yeah, I can play too.
They didn't ask you. They only asked me.
You're so mean.
It's not my fault they didn't ask you.
All right,
See? Just me.
We're gonna tap out for the Lightning Helix now while our opponent doesn't have mana to Skullcrack us.
We'll find you.
While we're potentially losing value on the Goblin Guide giving us a land off the top of our deck, I think guaranteeing that we don't get Skullcracked is more important.
Nice.
It's possible that I should have just played Voice of Resurgence there to trade with the Goblin Guide and like held the Helix for this maybe, because making Voice of Resurgence elementals could actually be pretty reasonable.
That game does not look fun.
Listen, Matthew, all I'm going to say is that they give you Fortnite for free and you have to pay money for Overwatch. And who would give away good software for free? That's just absurd.
He's not wrong. I mean, Linux is free.
You're so loud. What on earth is that?
He thinks I'm the loud one.
I've made some poor decisions this game. I definitely should have played the voice on 2, and I definitely should have Lightning Helix the Swift Spear here. No, it's not even Budget Burn. Like, they have Eidolons. Budget Burn doesn't play this card. This card's expensive. They're just, like, playing different burn. They're, like, trying out, like, 8 Lightning Helixes, basically. I am definitely in a position to chump block with this Voice of Resurgence here. I definitely want to just have an elemental to start beating down. No attacks, deal. Alright, I think I want to just like put all my dorks into play here. Because like if they draw a land, they have Boros Charm anyways. So because they have Boros Charm anyways, the difference between 9 and 10 doesn't really matter. So I want to just like put all my dorks into play and beat them down ASAP. Oh, that's true. They could play Machinations as well. If they miss on a land this turn again, we should be in the clear, I think. But if they hit a land this turn, things might get close because they're going to start Sovereigns biting and Lightning Helixing us. Yeah, they're definitely in a better spot than they would be if I would have played a little bit better.
It's gonna say he did it, but I controlled the mouse, so really I did it. Burn.
So I'm gonna.
Oh, poor Maddie.
I'm gonna attack with everything here because if my opponent were to trigger prowess with this, they'd have to give us trip voice elementals to do so. So this is safely a 1/2 on this attack.
I turned on a Twitch stream for a few minutes of Fortnite to see what the hubbub was about, and it reminded me too much of Minecraft, and I was like,
Reminded me too much of Minecraft. It is basically competitive Minecraft.
I don't like the graphics. Matt, you probably shouldn't hang out on a grade school playground.
Ooh! We found some candy, chat. Found some delicious candy. Some delicious candy. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. We managed to beat the Burn player who stumbled. We beat them fair and square in game 1. Game 1, they definitely were doing their thing, and our deck just like fired on all cylinders better than theirs did.
I like the candy emote. Is that ours?
It is ours, yep. All over this bingo board, can't we just draw a line? All right, well, we're 2-1. Got 2 more matches here. Thanks everyone for hanging out through the end. This is our 3rd league we played tonight. We played black-white tokens and blue-red counter burn earlier tonight as well, and I'll be sure to publish all of those on my YouTube channel after we're done here tonight. What did we lose to? Blue-white spirits. Blue-white spirits. Vile spirits. They all kind of blur together after a while, chat.
Exclamation point. Bingo!
The deck list is called 4-color aggro. That's inaccurate. Obviously, we have all 5 colors in our deck. I'll blame the loss on Christy distracting out of the $100 bet. You're so good, Anoronix. I agree. All losses are her fault.
You're dumb.
You're dumb. I mean, you're not wrong. This hand's pretty good. It's got turn 1 Dork. These green fast lands have been great. It's got like, there's 2 Thickets, a Copperline, and a Marshlands in here. Any brews I'm most proud of. Believe it or not, I didn't invent 4-color loam. It's just a deck that I played a very significant amount of. Had to step away to dab.
What would I be a pro player?
We ended up 5-0 with Counterburn. That was a good set. A lot of really great games. Hand's a little bit mana heavy, but hopefully we'll run some spells off.
That's not what he asked.
My opponent asked if I was the real Jeff Hoogland, to which I responded with, I am in fact the real Slim Shady. And they said, please stand up. And I said, I am. Because, well, I am. Who's ready to get Blood Moon, chat? Who's ready to get Blood Mooned? If I dab enough, will you dress up as spells that are spread at the XSCD event? I don't know about that one.
What do they want you to dress up? How do you dress up as a spell stutter? That's not a costume. I'd have to make it. No. You can pick a costume on Amazon.
You can pick a costume on Amazon. Yep. The pillar reflecting pool interaction is so great. It's a whole lot of angry you got going on in your hand there, opponent. Whole lot of red over there. let's get to the last one. We'll be on our way. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
You already lost that match?
Yeah, I conceded the match. Look, people need to check concede entire match game 1 off their bingo card. But you have Pridemages.
Can't you let the other person have the satisfaction of winning?
They did. They got the win. They got the win in their league. Thanks, Knights.
Wasn't that at the very beginning?
You gave me bingo. We conceded because this deck is very unlikely to beat Skred because of Blood Moon. So instead of sitting here flailing around being miserable that my opponent has Blood Moon in their deck for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I conceded and skipped to the part at the end where they won the match.
Lisa, that sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna go cuddle with my Lisa. Bye, chat. Love you long time.
Love you long time.
I don't know what that's from. Is that... That's like a pop culture thing,
That's a
right?
pop culture thing. Yeah, you're good.
I'm not very good at the pop culture trivia, honey. Honey.
You're not wrong.
I'm not very good at the pop culture trivia.
Put it mulligan to 6.
I didn't leave. Are these ones better or worse? They match. They're green on the side, and I have... I'm sure not. Okay, I'm really leaving this time.
Is it really Full Metal Jacket? Is this Panza? Don't be Panza. Valakut Titan. Okay, I feel like this deck probably doesn't have the worst Valakut Titan matchup. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't good, but I don't think our Valakut Titan matchup is like concede the match game 1 bad, because our deck can actually apply meaningful pressure. Oh, it's been so long since I've watched Full Metal Jacket. No ramp on 2. That's like good for us. They do have this one on suspend though. That's a Slag Storm. All right, we'll take away. I would like to take the card that kills all of my creatures, please. Yeah, Tidehollow is very reasonable. Disruption and a clock. What a wonderful combination. All right, well, we're putting them to 16, and we have 8 points of damage in our hand, so that's nice. Yep. The problem here is that their Titan is going to be able to shoot our creatures. So their hand is Scapeshift Titan right now. So we're hoping to draw like Bloodbraid Elf or another haste threat this turn. Just add that little bit extra pressure to the board. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I was only going to play 2 leagues this evening. Usually my evening streams are shorter, but Anoronix ponied up some big bits to get us to a third. And who am I to turn down dollar bills? Worth noting that 7 Landscape Shift does not kill us here, because we have 25 health. So, if they don't have a mountain in their hand here, we might be okay, right? Depending on what we draw. If they have a mountain, they can get Valakut, and then shoot 2 of my things. But then they're still dead to any 3-power haste guy. No, not any burn spell is lethal. Oh yeah, burn spell is lethal because Noble Hierarch attacks, right? Yeah, we've got a bunch of live ones here. Even like Kolaghan's command is lethal at this point. Sure, we'll draw land and die. Remember when I said this matchup probably was hard, but we could win? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We had a lot of live ones there. Battle Cattle, Bloodbraid, just like so many lethal hits. So many lethal hits. Definitely want the set of Fulminator Mages here. I think the helixes are good enough. The Kolaghan's commands are probably terrible. That seems really clean, right? Just like 3 in, 3 out. While Kolaghan's command can rebuy Fulminator Mage, I think Fulminator Mage, Kolaghan's command, you rebuy Fulminator Mage, I think that is too slow. And I just want something that's going to be a little bit more aggressive on average. So I think this is good. I think I like the helixes for some reach off the top. Yeah, I think I'm going to run it like this. Thanks everyone for hanging out. This is going to be our last match of the evening. I do appreciate everybody. No, I like Voice of Resurgence because it leaves a token behind through Slagstorm. I like a token getting left behind through Slagstorm. Yeah, that seems pretty good, right? I get to go turn 2 Sculler, turn 3 Rider, or turn 3 Anafenza. No, I think Anafenza is much better than Finks. I just want to kill them quickly. The health gain from Kitchen Finks is like whatever. Currently taps for nothing. Let's see if they have a better hand this game. They do not have a 2-drop ramp spell. That's very good for us. I want to play the Gemstone Mine out to preserve my health total here. I could definitely see an argument to be made for playing City of Brest, though. Anger and Obstinate Baloth. I think I'm actually going to take the Baloth here, because if they want to anger this, I'm fine with that. Slagstorm's a hedge against Meddling Mage. That makes sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. No, not necessarily Anoretics. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they just, like, angered to kill just this Tidehollow Sculler there. Would not be surprised to see, like, tapped land anger, just so they can, like, guaranteed play Baloth next turn. But if they don't anger here, obviously we're going to play Anafenza next turn. And this is why I think it's okay to leave them the anger, because by leaving them the anger this way, I'm fine if they play it, and I'm fine if they don't play it, basically. That doesn't surprise me. Like, given the information that my opponent has, I would probably make the same play they just made. Let's do this. Smack in. And then I think next turn I'm actually going to play Anafenza out. And then the following turn I can go Bloodbraid Elf Smash with both. Seems pretty reasonable for us. Tidehollow Sculler is kind of a nice draw. I think I'm supposed to do that. I think I'm just supposed to go Voice plus Sculler here. They drew Primeval Titan and Scape Shift. Oh, magic. They always have it, chat. Why do they always have it? Let's not be rude towards my opponent. It's not their fault their deck is good. So they can't kill us with Scape Shift this turn. Pretty decent. Yep. Yeah, we're in it for now. We're not in a good spot, but we definitely could be in a worse spot. So taking a ping there does make a 7 landscape shift lethal, but Fulminator Mage makes it so 7 landscape shift doesn't happen. And we're dead because they had land and then they had a Farseek. So this is an 8 landscape shift then, which is going to be lethal. They should have exactly 6 mountains to go get. I'm gonna make them get the mountains just in case they're playing a weird build that doesn't have enough left to go get. No, we're dead because they get 1 Valakut and 7 mountains. Because I went to 18, they only need 6 mountains to close. They get 1 Valakut and 6 mountains. Yeah, if they get double Valakut, we kill them. I'm gonna make them show me the. I'm not gonna make them like put all the triggers in the stack if they do it right. Yeah. So this is the correct way to do this. So because they have 7 mountains, I can't Fulminator Mage them off Valakut triggers. So opponent executed their deck correctly. No, triggers don't need the thing that put them on the stack to survive to resolve. It's fine. We're on the play for the 3rd game. Not quite a Hearthstone hand, but an easy mulligan nonetheless. Seems okay. Easy bottom there. Yeah, so for those that are new and haven't played against Valakut a lot, the way you fizzle Valakut with something like a Fulminator Mage is if they Valakut into exactly 6 mountains, you can Fulminator Mage one of the mountains in response to the triggers, and then only one of the Valakut triggers will resolve. And the reason for that is because Valakut has what's called an intervening if clause. And if you want more details on that on it, you should look up intervening if clause Magic the Gathering on the question answer machine. That was a good pickup. Another thing to keep track of when you're playing from the non-scape shift side of the table is that you can what's the word I'm searching for? If you can keep your health total above 18, it makes them need 1 extra mountain to kill you, which is valuable. I'm just not going to play around a sweeper here. I think I just want to try and kill them ASAP. That at least does 2, I guess. They have a sweeper effect here. We're going to be in a little bit of trouble, but if they don't, they should be very, very dead. So definitely in the business of making them have it. Well, that actually bodes well for us. That means they likely don't have a sweeper in hand. Or they do and they're being conservative with their health total. I guess that's possible too. This is going to be my last game of the night. Thanks everyone for hanging out through the end. I'll be back at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow, Monday morning, with another installment of Meme Mondays. Lots of fun to be had there, as always. Roasted. Rude. Well, that's what we like to call a good one in the biz chat. Do you have a bolt, or will we ride you down? Do 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 do. This card's very good in Modern. This card being good in Modern is part of the reason Humans is what it is. It's a Baloth? Sure. Helix. Helix number 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and play Voice of Resurgence here. Peace, Bionic. Have a good evening. See you on the motto. We've been going for about 4.5 hours tonight. If you didn't catch all the action, we played 2 complete leagues before this with black-white tokens and blue-red counterburn. I'm going to hit publish on those first 2 on YouTube very soon here. It's another Baloth. Bloodbraid, sure. It's a touch unfortunate. I'm going to send this Helix upstairs here. Just so they're dead to any other reach that we draw. And as we've been talking about, our deck is full of reach. I would love to cash this in for an elemental. Thank you. Good night, honey love. Have a good sleep. So this is going to gain us 2 up to 19. Which is fine. That puts us out of 7 landscape shift range. They missed a land drop this turn. That's good for us. Moo cow, don't bother me. Moo cow, don't bother me. I think we just passed the turn here. If you killed their guy, Hierarch is lethal. But the problem with that is... Oh, I guess I'm hitting them for 3 regardless. That's worse against a lightning bolt, though. You're catching us right at the end, Fallen Dark. This is our last game of the evening. So long as they don't have another Baloth, we're still pseudo in this game based on the top of our deck. No, that's going to be part of Meme Monday tomorrow, Fallen Dark. Part of the memes tomorrow. There's no reason to block. Got our draw step, and I'm assuming we're dead if we miss. That is pretty bad for us. Looks pretty bad. I guess this eats a Bloodbraid. This is still suspended, yep. Yeah, opponents play this game really well. I think chat's right that I might have left a couple of percentage points on the table. Am I dead here? They get 2 mountains, which is 12. I think I'm dead. Maybe? If they have a mountain in their hand, we're super dead. I'm just going to let them do their thing and we'll find out. I think we get one more look. Yeah, I think we get one more look, but we'll see. If they have a mountain in their hand, we're just like dead to triggers. Yeah, there's no reason for them to attack here. We're super dead next turn regardless. Oh, close but no cigar. And this is, well, I think this deck is doing something powerful. I feel like this game was really a good example of why I would never register an aggro deck like this at a tournament that I was going to. While I think this deck is doing some kind of sweet things, the actual games when you play them out, they don't really get a ton of lines to like actually kill your opponent through good gameplay. Like a lot of the games you win with a deck like this are decks that you win during the deck registration portion of it, and not like through actual like a lot of meaningful gameplay decisions. I was pretty happy we had the basic planes in our deck. The basic planes was good against the Path to Exile deck. Even though we ended up losing that match overall, I think the basic planes was worthwhile. I don't know if I have too specific feedback on anything else in the deck. I like the configuration of non-creature spells that this deck has. I think Lightning Helix is really well positioned. I think Crackling Doom and Kolaghan's Command are sweet. I think the one of random Geist to Saint Traft is kind of random. Maybe that's better as just like a 4th Siege Rhino for consistency's sake and more reach. I feel like we were in a lot of positions in this league tonight where we're just like, well, let's draw one of our things that's reach or haste, and like having a 4th Siege Rhino could be good for that. At any rate, that's going to be it for me for the evening, folks. I'll be back tomorrow morning, and I'll catch you then. Everybody have a good night.